The ghost of ICC is back into the country. And William Ruto's camp is in panic. They are in panic because the lawyer who was accused by ICC of interfering with witnesses in the case of the Deputy President William Ruto and Joshua Arap Sang yesterday surrendered himself to the court. Let me just read for you the statement by the court, because I want us to look at the possible reasons why Paul Gicheru decided to surrender himself to the court. This is what ICC posted on their official website. Situation in Kenya. Paul Gicheru surrenders for allegedly corruptly influencing ICC witnesses. Today, 2nd November 2020, Mr. Paul Gicheru surrendered to the authorities of the Netherlands pursuant to an arrest warrant issued by Pre-Trial Chamber 2 of International Criminal Court. Mr. Gicheru, a lawyer formerly based in Kenya, he was actually based in Kenya in Eldoret, is suspected of offenses against administration of justice consisting in corruptly influencing witnesses of the court. The court, through the registry services, submitted a cooperation request to the Dutch authorities for the arrest and surrender of Mr. Gicheru to the court upon completion of the necessary national arrest proceedings. Background. The arrest warrant against Mr. Paul Gicheru and Mr. Philip Kipkoech was issued under seal on 10th March 2015 and unsealed on 10th September 2015. Philip Kipkoech is not, mark that, is not in ICC custody. So which means Philip Kipkoech is still at large. But the question which I want us to ask ourselves, what informed the move by Paul Gicheru to surrender himself to the courts? Because we all know that the warrant of arrest was actually issued in the year 2015. But from that time up to now, this guy has never been arrested. This guy has never surrendered. What about the timing? What about the timing? Now let me just take you through, before we go into the details, let me just take you through the counts the guy is facing. He's actually facing 6 counts. Number 1, he's facing 6 counts. Number 1, he is accused of trying to bribe witness number P97 with 1 million and 5 million. So that's the first count. Count 2 is that he's accused of trying to bribe witness P516 with 500,000. Number 3, he's accused of trying to persuade witness P16 to withdraw as a prosecution witness. Number 4 is accused of trying to persuade witness P800 by offering a bribe of 2.5 million to influence prosecution witness to withdraw. Number 5 is accused of trying to induce witness P495 to withdraw as a prosecution witness. And lastly, he is accused of trying to bribe witness P536 with 1 million to 1.4 million to withdraw as a prosecution witness. That's why this guy has surrendered. And that's why the allies of the Deputy President are actually worried. I don't want to go into the details about the ICC cases because we both followed the case. But in brief, after the 2007 general election, we had a post-election violence. And Moreno Campo was sent into the country by ICC to check on the human rights abuse. So Ocampo came up with 6 names, the famous Ocampo 6. There was William Ruto, there was Henry Kosgei, and there was Joshua Arap Sang. On the other side of PNU, there was Uhuru Kenyatta, there was Francis Mudaura, and there was Hussein Ali, the former Commissioner of Police. Hussein Ali, Mudaura, and Henry Kosgei cases didn't proceed. But 3 cases proceeded to the trials. That is the case of Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto and Joshua Arap Sang. And as we speak today, Uhuru Kenyatta's case was closed. William Ruto and Joshua Arap Sang's case were never closed. Those cases were discharged because of lack of evidence. And Fatou Bensouda, described this man, Paul Gicheru. This is how she described him. That he's a grandmaster of a well-oiled syndicate which bribed witnesses who were to testify against William Ruto and Joshua Arap Sang. That's how Bensouda described Gicheru. And that's why the allies of the Deputy President are worried. As a matter of fact, Uhuru, Ruto, and Sang were accused of murder. There was murder charge. There was the deportation. There was forceful transfer of population. There was persecution. And then there was other inhuman acts. But that's now water under the bridge. And we know it is because of the ICC cases that we had Uhuru and Ruto coming together. But the question which Kenyans are asking, why did this guy decide to surrender himself to the courts? I have 3 theories, because that's the most important thing. The first theory, in my view, is that Paul Gicheru is tired of carrying the ICC burden. Remember, there are ICC witnesses who disappeared. Some were eliminated. Some were bribed. So this burden, this guy has been carrying it. Remember, Uhuru's case was dismissed. It's no longer there. William Ruto's case was discharged. So unless someone is going to go out there and collect new evidence, that case is not going to proceed. So the 2 gentlemen, Uhuru, Ruto, and Sang, are proceeding with their lives. Paul Gicheru has that burden. The witness who disappeared. There's the warrant of arrest on his head. He can't move. He's a lawyer. He can't move freely. I don't even think this guy can practice because of these cases. So every time he's living under fear that he might be thrown under the bus. He might be arrested. Remember, this marks the second term of President Uhuru Kenyatta's rule. He's not sure about tomorrow. So I'm sure this guy is tired with carrying this burden. Because remember, ICC has the receipts. When they talk of attempts to bribe, they have all those receipts. They have the evidence. They have the witness statements. So some of these witnesses actually implicated Paul Gicheru. What I still don't know is whether Paul Gicheru was pretended to be the lawyer for the witnesses. Because of course, as a matter of fact, people are confusing. This man was not the lawyer for the Deputy President. So in my view, he's tired. These guys have witness statements. They have official documents to prove that indeed this guy tried to bribe witnesses. And that's a criminal offense as per ICC. They are also sure that, I'm also sure that these guys have transcripts. So if this guy communicated with some of these witnesses, probably some of them even recorded him without knowing. So he's just tired with carrying that burden. Number 2, I think someone is also keen to manufacture the ICC narrative for 2022 general election. Just like I said, ICC was the main reason why Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto came together. They came together to fight ICC. And they used ICC so well. In fact, in their verdict, Fatou Bensouda indicated in their rulings very clearly that the cases could not proceed because they were politicized. And someone, in my view, is keen on reviving that. They want to use ICC to mobilize their supporters. The Kikuyus and the Kalejets came together because of ICC. How do you rally them again? Bring up these cases again. In my view, that's something which I think is possible. And why is this guy going to ICC? Why is he going to the Netherlands? To surrender. If this guy, assuming, bribed the witnesses, where was he getting the money to bribe the witnesses? It means he had someone sponsoring him. So if he was willing to bribe a witness with 1.5 million, another one with 2 million, another one with 5 million, where was he getting the money? And the mere fact that he was willing to do this, it means he was working for someone. How much was he being paid to do that? And what stops him now from going to the ICC to surrender after receiving hefty payment back here? Because he's well aware that Uhuru's case was terminated, Ruto's case was terminated. So this guy can risk going to ICC, gets arrested, is represented there in the courts. Then between now and 2022, we'll be having those cases going on. Ultimately, because the witnesses are not there, he's going to survive. He's going to come back into the country. But coming back into the country with millions. And probably with another promise of employment in government. Because after discharging these functions in the previously, he was rewarded as the chairperson of Procurement Review Board. What stops him from doing that again? I'm seeing a situation where someone is keen on reviving the ICC cases. And Paul Gicheru is the right man to revive them. Let me just take you to what Oscar Sudi has posted so that you can understand, because they've been talking about these cases. Oscar Sudi is saying, plan to stop William Ruto using ICC. That's already mobilizing the crowd or mobilizing the support. He's saying, last year, I told you of the evil schemes crafted by William Ruto's political enemies with the aim of stopping him from running for office. Are you getting where Oscar Sudi is headed to? He's basically using reverse psychology to mobilize William Ruto's supporters through ICC. He's saying Nancy Gitau and Solicitor General, with the help of their masters, are the architects of these evil schemes. Who are the masters of Nancy Gitau and Solicitor General? Nancy Gitau was a political advisor to President Uhuru Kenyatta. She's actually the one who was accused of implicating the Deputy President. Solicitor General was appointed by President Uhuru Kenyatta himself. So who is the master of these two? So Oscar Sudi is dragging the president into this. And is proceeding, Nancy Gitau and Solicitor General, with the help of their masters, are the architect of this evil scheme. They began by sending 3 police officers to Eldoret Central Police Station to pick files recorded during post-elections violence in 2007 and 2008. Remember, post-election violence never occurred only in Eldoret. They occurred across the country, in Kisumu, in Nakuru, in Nairobi, everywhere. Is proceeding, they also sent former OCPT Eldoret 2008-2009 Mr. Titus Karuri to the Hague with a motive still unknown. I'm not sure whether this guy was actually sent there. But why would someone send a police officer to the Hague? To do what? When you can send a lawyer. Then he's saying all these plans are done subsequently with the aim to revive ICC cases against the Deputy President William Ruto. Even the diction and the tone of this note is not from Oscar Sudi. So someone crafted. So this message was actually manufactured, crafted and manufactured in the cabinet of William Ruto, kitchen cabinet. So Oscar Sudi is just a vessel. Then he's saying, this is what that self-declared government mouthpiece, Francis Atwoli, referred to when he claimed William Ruto will not be on the ballot come 2020. This is not bringing in the issue of Atwoli. And Atwoli was clear. Atwoli did not say what this guy is trying to explain here. Atwoli said very clearly that we are going to have an election in 2022. And Atwoli said clearly that we are going to have an election in 2022 and the winners will be announced. And William Ruto will not be in the list of those winners. But now, you see, they're not bringing politics in it. So they've even dragged Atwoli. So you wonder how what Atwoli's statement is related to what Nancy Gitau, Uhuru Kenyatta, and the Solicitor General is planning against the Deputy President. So they are saying, unfortunately, you cannot separate the two ICC cases, both for Uhuru and the one for the President. The cases remain inseparable. I wish to tell them that we are not scared about these evil schemes. We know each and every details of their secret plan to tame William Ruto. We believe we have God on our side. Let them bring it on. So from Oscar Sudi's tone and that message alone, it is clear that someone is keen on reviving these ICC cases for his own political interest. And lastly, there's also the chance that this could be a strategy to tame William Samoei Ruto, just the way Oscar Sudi is suggesting here. Uhuru Kenyatta was in Naivasha yesterday, specifically to meet members of parliament and senators over the BBI process and referendum. If you monitored and followed and interpreted the pictures which came outside there was President Uhuru Kenyatta there was Raila Odinga, then there was James Orengo clapping. There was one man who was missing, the Deputy President William Ruto. And it has been alleged that the president actually explained everything in details, how this guy has always played victim in this matter, despite the fact that at some point even the members to the committee were appointed by him with the consultation of president. Some of them, he suggested the names of the president included. Those are the realities. So probably these guys now want to tame the deputy president. They want to make him busy with ICC. Cases are just good from outside there. My friend Robert Alai once told me that he was facing some cases. There was that anti-terrorism, there was the hate speech. You know, people thought it was easy for him, but it was not easy. Even Uhuru Kenyatta was not sleeping when he had that ICC case, even the deputy president. So if someone is trying to attempt to revive these cases, it means the deputy president will have to require the services of the state to kill these stories. So we'll have to go to Uhuru Kenyatta begging and crying. I don't know what you think, but in my view, those are the three reasons, possible reasons. But why is it that the allies of the deputy president are scared? They are scared because Uhuru's case was terminated. Ruto's case was never terminated. They can be brought up anytime. Remember, it will be difficult for William Ruto to contest for the presidency with the ICC cases hanging on his head. Internationally, it will be very difficult. It is a bit different from the last time, because the last time President Mwai Kibaki was the president and really supported them. In this case, the deputy president is not going to be supported by the president. So it's going to be very difficult for him. I don't know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on this matter. Thank you guys. And if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.